Hello and welcome everyone to another video. I'm Karin, and in this channel we are demystifying the mystical, normalizing the paranormal and bringing more awareness to our infinite potential as human beings. So as some of you know, I had a massive awakening or opening of consciousness back in 2010, where I started feeling energy flowing through my body. It was as I was having conversations with the universe on a really permanent basis. So if you're new to this channel, then you can watch my previous videos. So today I wanted to come on to talk about the power of energy healing and the power of quantum touch. So a few years after my awakening, so back in 2013, I came across quantum touch, which is a beautiful energy healing modality. And so I did their online training in December 2013 and was so amazed by it, I immediately signed up to do the live workshops in Paris, close to home. And the aha moments kept coming in. So quantum touch is extremely powerful, and I truly believe that if everyone knew about quantum touch and energy healing, we would live in a harmonious world. So during this online live training, one of the first things we learned was just by running energy, how we could align people's hips. So doing the breathing and running the energy, and just by placing our hands on people's hips, you can realign them. And I experienced that for myself. I saw it with my eyes, and that was one of the aha moments and one of the biggest takeaways, to actually experience it. Another one of my takeaways was doing a group meditation. We were preparing for what's called the Vortex Technique, and I could feel all this energy swirling around me. I was definitely in a different space, and I could feel someone, it was as if somebody was pushing me, like a hand behind my backside, pushing me up. And I looked around, and obviously there was nobody there. But this is just the power, and energy is actually tangible. So that weekend was one of the best experiences in my life, and definitely changed my way of thinking or perceiving certain things. So what I really wanted to come on to talk about today was a beautiful, mystical, magical moment that I had the following morning. So on the Monday morning after the workshop, I decided to practice the Vortex Technique on my own. So in the Vortex Technique, you spin energy in, through, and around your body. And as I was doing that, I looked down at my hands, and they had disappeared. So there was a mixture of feelings that came up. All I could see was like a blue energy where my hands would have been, perhaps slightly purple where the knuckles would have been had I been completely in physical form. And this feeling of awe and wonder and possibility, and at the same time a bit of disbelief, like this isn't really happening. So I remember shaking my head, looking away, turning my head back, and I still had no hands. And that's when the fear actually set in. Fear, like, oh, what do I do with this? Where do I go with this? So at the time, fear set in, and I was brought back to my hands rematerialized. So that just proved to me that running energy actually does enable you to raise your frequency, raise your vibration, and you become less matter and more energy. And when you get into these low vibrational states of fear, it's back to the denser physical form. So I wanted to share that possibility with you, because I've not had that one particular experience, but I know of someone else has had a similar experience with her legs. So I got thinking, well, if I can do that with my hands and she can do that with her legs, then we can do that with our whole body. So of course, teleportation springs to mind. And where do we go with this, and how do we make this possible for everybody? Because plenty of people wish to teleport. So in my experience of running energy, even though I've not made my hands disappear completely, I definitely get the sensation that my hands are going transparent. They go transparent. And I've had plenty of experiences where I can feel my hands going into other people's bodies. And I've asked these people, what's happening for you? And they don't feel that my hands are going inside their body at all. So this is just my experience of what's going on and my experience of my energy. And I also wanted to talk about another experience I had with a different technique, thanks to quantum touch. So a few months later, it was probably that year around May, June, I had an open wound on my thumb. So I thought, this is the moment to try the fire breath. And it was my thumb was bleeding. Something had gone under my nail, so I had like a mark down to the middle of my nail. So I immediately did the fire breath technique, very concentrated energy. And in that moment, I could see that what was white coming up the nail, it was becoming pink. The open wound healed in that moment. And obviously no more bleeding, and the skin healed in that moment. And it was, I couldn't believe it. And I had to keep looking at it, but I could still feel the pain didn't go for another few hours, probably the following morning actually. But this is possible. I just wanted to open up to possibilities, because this is just two various experiences I've had, but so much more is possible. And what I experience on a regular basis is just placing my hands on people and spontaneous pain relief. And that just blows my mind each time, because why would it happen for some people, but it doesn't happen for everyone? And my thought on that is it's a co-creation in the moment, and it's also to do with people's receptivity. Not everyone is as receptive as others. That doesn't mean the energy healing is not taking place, but it's not necessarily taking place in the physical immediately. So when I had this spontaneous healing on my thumb, I could see that, it seemed obvious to me that something was happening on a quantum level in order for it to happen on the physical level immediately. So that all came together at one in that moment. So that's what I have to say today about quantum touch, and I'm truly grateful for all the experiences I have and continue to have with energy healing. It's just amazing. So Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Remember to subscribe to this channel. And if you feel that energy healing is something that could support you, then feel free to book a free call. We'll have a 30-minute chat or whatever to see how this can support you, because I truly believe that every illness can be turned into wellness, and every dis-ease can be turned into ease and flow. And I want this for you too. Okay, thank you very much. Much love and have a lovely day.